welcome. This is the D to the R movie nights, and it is October the 19th, 2024. We are rolling towards Halloween, so I've decided to do a classical horror film, and this is the film I've decided to go with. The film is Dracula from 1958. Approximate time is 1 hour and 22 minutes. Starring Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. Those are two of the more well-known actors in the film. And also starring Micheal Gough, who also played Alfred in the 1989 Batman and also in 1992 Batman Returns, 1995 Batman Forever, and the 1997 Batman and Robin film. And obviously Peter Cushing, who most people will remember from the Star Wars films, and also I remember him from the Doctor Who film, which came out in 1965, titled Doctor Who and the Daleks. And there was also a follow-on film, I believe, from 1967, if that's correct, which was entitled Daleks' Invasion of Earth. I will double check that though. Sorry, it was 1966, Daleks' Invasion of Earth, 2150 AD. And those films also starred Bernard Cribbins, who would later go on to play Wilfred Mott in the TV series of Doctor Who. And also another main character, Christopher Lee. Now, I remember first seeing Christopher Lee in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which started in 2001, and he played the White Wizard Saruman. I think I said that right. But very accomplished, not just in acting, but also, I believe, was part of the military as well. But in most films, especially in the horror films, in this he plays Dracula, and there's also a other film which I will do a review on. It's the Frankenstein film. I know there was a few Frankenstein films he did. He did a few Dracula films as well. I'm just going to try and find The Curse of Frankenstein. That was the film I was trying to remember. Christopher Lee played Frankenstein's monster. Back to the film Dracula. It was released in London the 21st of May 1958, and running time was 82 minutes, and the budget for the film was only £81,412, but it earned a staggering 3.5 million box office. That was worldwide. Now, the film was from 1958, so in comparison to some of the horror films that we have today, it's not all that scary. But there is a generation out there that would have watched this and found it terrifying. I do enjoy the old Ham House horror films. Not because they're scary, but there is kind of a, I don't know, an atmosphere. I'll put it down to the music personally. I think the way they did the music and how everything was kind of set, it just give the film a bit of an atmosphere. So on with the film. So the movie's just starting. You got some rather dramatic music playing in the background. So after the kind of creepy intro with the dramatic music, we have a guest arrive at Dracula's castle, and he's been left out by Dracula, and there's food waiting for him. The castle is in pristine condition. So if I just show you a quick clip, and here we have the guest in the castle. I believe this is the dining area, not 100% sure, but we will be meeting Dracula shortly. So, just met Dracula. And I've just got to point this out. Dracula's an absolute diamond here. He actually helps the gentleman by carrying his case up the stairs. So he's proving to be the perfect host. So our guest has just gone to the library, and this woman that claims to be being held captive in Dracula's castle is pleading with him to help her. Unfortunately, it was all a ruse. As you can tell, she's also a vampire, and he's about to have a little nibble on his neck. And here comes Dracula. To save the day. And now the guest, even though he was just beat, he's trying to fight with Dracula to stop him attacking the woman who was trying to attack him, which kind of doesn't make sense. I think he's just trying to be the perfect gentleman. I don't think he quite understands what's going on, the seriousness of the situation. So at this point, our guest here, he's got, I believe, a wooden stake, and he's going to hide it, ready to, I believe, kill Dracula. I was wrong. He hid his little notebook, and he knows he's only got a short space of time before the sun sets and Dracula wakes up. And here he is in Dracula's crypt. And there's Count Dracula. And there is the woman that attacked him and bit his neck. So instead of killing Dracula, he's decided to run the stake through the heart of the woman that bit him. Which is a bit strange. Maybe had a change of heart, I don't know. But instead of killing Dracula, he's gone to the next crypt. And the scream has woke Dracula up from his sleep. As you can see, you've got the blood there on the fangs and on the side of the chin. And here we have Peter Cushing who just arrived at the local tavern, asking about the gentleman that went to Dracula's castle. And he just arrived at the castle. So now, Peter Cushing's character has gone into the crypt, as it's still daylight, so obviously Dracula is still fast asleep in the crypt just here. And there is the woman who had the stake driven into her heart. Notice how she's aged now. And there is his associate, as you can tell, sleeping just like Dracula, got the fangs, and still got the blood on his neck from where he was bit. And obviously some distress. I think he knows what's kind of happened. So he's now recording, I don't know if it's a voice memo, to say that he's blaming Dracula for the death of his friend or his associate. And Dracula's just showed up to a young woman's bedroom. So that is the young woman, and if you look carefully, she already has bite marks on the side of her neck. So Dracula has been here before. So this, I believe, is the girl's mother, who has just gone to visit Peter Cushing's character, and she's worried, saying the girl's not very well. So now Peter Cushing's character has gone to visit her, and as you can tell, she's looking a bit pale. So I got it wrong. She's not the mother. It's actually her sister-in-law. And she's called him in for a second opinion, and he's just told her about the bite marks on her neck and told her that she should keep the windows closed between sunset and sunrise. So he just explained that she needs to get garlic flowers and place them in the bedroom by the bed and windows overnight, and they must not be removed. So jumping forward again, fortunately Dracula came back, and the maid unknowingly removed the garlic flowers from the room. So Dracula was able to go in and obviously take the girl, and now she's explaining to Peter Cushing's character what had happened and taking full responsibility. So unfortunately, Peter Cushing's got the wooden stake, and the young girl that Dracula was had bitten, and she'd escaped due to the garlic flowers being removed, is about to get staked. So further on in the film, the lady that came to visit Peter Cushing's character about a sister-in-law has now been taken by Dracula after being bit, and these two are now on the way to the castle to confront Dracula and hopefully save her. And there is Dracula with the body of the woman, and I believe he's trying to bury her alive. So now Peter Cushing's character is pursuing Dracula into the castle, while the other gentleman goes to rescue the woman that Dracula was trying to bury alive. Dracula is now confronted by Peter Cushing's character, and he's just threw a candle in the direction of Peter Cushing's character, and now a fight is pursuing. So now Dracula, looking red-eyed and quite menacing, is closing in on Peter Cushing's character to finish him off. And there's Peter Cushing's character, looking quite calm and collected, with a touch of worry about him. And he just pulled down the curtains, and now Dracula is dissolving in the sunlight. And Peter Cushing's character has made the shape of a cross, using 2 candlesticks to drive Dracula actually back into the path of the sunlight coming through the window. And we have that shot there. And so Dracula now is caught between the crucifix and the sunlight, with nowhere to run. And there is his hand turning to dust and ash after it was exposed to the light of the sun. And there is the face of Dracula after being exposed to the sunlight. And the woman there is now making a full recovery after the curse of Dracula has been broken. And in the last moments of the film, there is what remains of Dracula's body, just all dust and ash. And there we have it. That was Dracula. Quick movie review, I have to admit. And couldn't show all the film, and I didn't want to go through it clip by clip, because that would have took far too long. So I just picked out segments of the film and tried to show you snippets and bits and some of the important parts of the film. But if you do like classical horror, or you do like the Hammer House horror films, or even if you're a Christopher Lee fan, I'd definitely give this film a watch. I kind of enjoy it. It is a good film, especially for its time. This is going back to the late 50s, I believe, 1958. So that was double D to the R Movie Nights Dracula. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I will see you all again soon.